All right, we got a video here today for you. Just going to talk about the remote military march coming up next month. 50 clicks, rucksack, uniform, that sort of thing. So, what am I going to be taking? Well, I need the uniform, so put the tiger stripe on. Not sure if I'm going to wear the full or whether I'm just going to wear a tiger stripe top and an olive drab canvas trousers. Probably go with the trousers. I like those canvas trousers. They're comfortable. Either way, I'm going to have wool long underwear on underneath, because even though it's the beginning of spring, I'm going lightweight, on the sleeping apparatus, going, lightweight on the pack, medium Alice is what I'm going to do. I have not decided yet whether I'm going to do the pack frame with the pack, or I'm going to go sans frame, which means without the frame, and then do belt kit with the pack, no frame. So if I have the rucksack with no frame, I'll want the belt kit. However, I'm going to be in a rural civilian setting. It's not like I'm with a big group of guys, so I don't know. I may just go ahead and go with the olive drab trousers. Right now I'm wearing the camo olive drab trousers with I might go with the pack frame instead of the belt kit and no frame. I may do that because then I'll look more like a hobo, to the law enforcement people. Well, it's pretty bad when you kind of gotta pick and choose what you're gonna do, because you're always under suspicion these days. Even if you're not doing nothing, you're always under suspicion, which is, that's not good. Extra button there. Anyway, so what do I got here? Pepper spray, bear spray. So this will be primarily for my defense. I will take this bear spray with me, and if I encounter any real hobos that want to try to take my stuff, I'll have something with me, like cold steel shovel, special forces shovel, bear spray, maybe a small hiking stick made from a tree here on the property. Right, I'll have something. Anyway, I can take care of myself. I'm not too worried about that stuff. I'll be wearing gloves. More than likely I will go at night, so I will be traveling about 16 miles at night over various terrain, and bivouac during the day, hang out, have something to eat, do a little video for you guys. I will probably consider doing some video footage on the way out and maybe on the way back in the evening. Just depends. Depends on what I come across and so on. If I come across something interesting, I may video that, right? Yeah. So this is what this video is about, basically. What am I taking? What am I, what are my kind of my plans a little bit or whatever. So the pack is here. So I've got this pack just kind of, set up a little bit. Alright. So you guys can check it out. It's a medium Alice. I may swap out this olive drab for woodland camouflage. So the pack itself is olive green. I don't have any woodland straps though. So I'm not so sure. I'm not sure what I'll do. And I've been trying to get a camouflage woodland pack because medium Alice packs are not very expensive, for just the pack. I got the frame. I've got some straps here. I got this modern belt and kidney pad. So what have I got here? I've got the base is the frame and the harness, right? And the olive green medium Alice. And then what have I got on the Alice? I've got a couple of pouches on top there that I had dyed last year or the year before. These were multi-scam, and I dyed them with apples, so now they're kind of like a jungle green multi-scam, which is pretty cool. And then I've got a couple of tiger stripe V2 pouches, one on either side, made by London Bridge. Normally something like this you would put ammunition in so you could get it quick access, right? Center back, right here, I've got another V2 pouch. Right now I just got it covered up, but normally I will have it on the outside of the lid because this is my personal medical stuff, right? And I have already gone through that. I took out the chest seals and other stuff like that I'm not going to need. And I've got this right now, I've got it geared towards foot repair and stuff like that, right? You'd be on your feet. So I've got it geared towards that right now. And then here's the old foam pad. And then a lot of this pockets are empty right now because I just kind of got it filled up a little bit just to give you something to look at and to talk about the pack, right? So figured I'd bring the rucksack out, talk about to it a little bit. If I change this out for if I find a woodland, medium woodland, and get it here, then I will probably change the olive drab out for woodland, and then put all of these pockets on that one, except for maybe the top one. The top ones I'll probably just leave those on there because I got some other ones. I've got a lot of different pockets that I can move around. But this frame would go on the woodland. The woodland would go on this frame setup. Yeah. What else? Let's bring her around. As you know, or should know, Alice frames never have a carry handle. My carry handle is parachute cord. So what I do when I make this right here, so it's not too big and not too small, and I want it camouflage, right? I don't want it just one color. So I've got olive drab green parachute cord, and I've got coyote brown parachute cord. 30 inches, 32 inches of each, roughly. So what you do is you measure off a bit, tie a knot, an overhand knot, and then tie those two little ends, those two little tails, just tie that off on something so that you got something to pull against, right? So you probably want about 6, maybe 6 inches of tail, maybe about 5. Tie that off on something. I tied it off directly onto the frame with some weight in the rucksack to just, because all you need is just something to kind of pull against. So I just tied it on there, and I got my overhand knot, and then I just start doing overhand olive green, overhand coyote brown, overhand olive green, overhand coyote brown, and just keep doing that, pulling it down, 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 until you get, about 17. I think it's about 17 overhand knots that you pull, and then you're going to overhand both of them and tie them off, and then you tie the bitter ends off on both sides there. If you can't follow that, I don't blame you. I'll show you sometime if you're kind of in the dark. So anyway, what have I got down here? This is a little experiment I thought I would do and show you guys. I'll just go ahead. So what I got going on down here, I only got a couple minutes left, is I went ahead and took another V2 pouch. I put a t-shirt in there. Just folded it up to where it would be about the same size as the internal of the V2. And a little back pad. This is just something to consider, because the Alice has the area in here either for radio or armor and so on, something to fit those things behind you, between you and the pack, right? So that's your regular Alice frame has that little standoff. So if you're not going to use any of that, and you wanted to have a back pad, let's say it's like early spring or it's late summer or into the autumn, you could do that. I mean, this is just food for thought for you. I'm going to be taking this off, but I did this up so it's just kind of an idea for you. If you wanted to do an economical back pad that's going to last you, right? So this is a nice camouflage pouch, so I'm not going to waste it on that, but it's just an idea for you, right? These are the regular LC2 straps with the quick releases, one on each side, and also the quick release for your tension, right, on each one. Yeah. And I really like this type of a kidney belt rather than a full waist belt or a full hip belt, okay? I really like this best because if I want to, I can put the full thing on with the buckle in the front. If I'm doing a lot of climbing, a lot of mountain goat type work, climbing around, to where if I fall, I don't want the pack to come off. I want it to stay on my back and protect my back, right? I'll put that strap on. Things like that, or if I've got a really super heavy load to kind of save my back a bit, you know, because everybody experiences back problems that doesn't use the hip belt later in life. Now, when you use I don't have any time left, but when you use a belt kit, the belt kit makes up for the hip belt. Okay, so then this just kind of rides in your top of your butt pack on your belt kit, right? And then this kind of just keeps it away from your back a little bit, let the sweat evaporate and so on. You guys should know this stuff already. If you don't, you don't. But if you do, you do. Right? And, of course, I'll be taking radio, right? So I'll have radio with me. Can check the weather if I want. Type it in. Alright, guys. See you later.